You're watching Plain Speak with me, Kritsween Walia. We are bringing you this mega telecast from CNN News 18 Federal Bank Prime Time Studio. And like I said, the next big story, the next big focus right here on CNN News 18. The Union Cabinet of Modi Sarkar 3.0 sends out some very important messages, and prime amongst them is continuity and stability. Despite the fact this is a coalition government and despite the possibility of several pulls and pressures from allies, we see how the Prime Minister has reposed faith in the team from his previous administration. The fact that the big ministries, Home, Defence, Finance, External Affairs, Road Transport and Highways and also Railways have not seen change sends out a message that is reassuring. And while the allies have been accommodated and accommodated well as per their own understanding, and the fact that performers have been rewarded too. That said, we've also seen a few changes in the new cabinet. Though the opposition today firmly believes that the allies have been given weak ministries. Some have indicated this may just be a self-goal for the Bharatiya Janata Party, given that the allies will not succumb to this dominance for long. With 11 ministries from a non-BJP alliance partners, 11 of those ministers that are now going to be part of the cabinet. What are the signs this cabinet is sending out? Is it all but change, and can that be a problem, or is it sign of pure continuity? We'll try and find out and take it up with our experts. But first, let's quickly take a look at the tasks cut out for Modi 3.0 cabinet, the key ministries and their top priorities in the next few months. Let's quickly break down the details. Remember, we have the big names already, but what's going to be their key agenda? The big posts have been retained by Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman, S. Jaishankar. Let's find out what the focus areas will be for the next few months. Implementation of new crime laws as for the Home Minister, who continues with his portfolio once again. The ones the centre said will be in effect from the 1st of July will be on immediate agenda. Also, assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir, and now more so given the kind of voter turnout we've seen come out from the valley. Also, decision on NPR along with the census. That's another area, an area of concern that the Modi government is going to be looking at very closely in the next few months. As for S. Jaishankar, let's quickly talk about the External Affairs Minister. S. Jaishankar, he continues as the EAM. The focus areas will be, of course, India's attendance at the Ukraine peace meet. Remember, this is scheduled for June 15th and 16th. If not at the highest level, what can be the participation we will see? Participation in the G7 meeting is up next, which is right before the peace meeting. And then comes, of course, relationship with neighbors, especially Pakistan, given the comments that have been coming in from the top leadership and the so-called gestures of peace that have come to fore as well. How is the Modi government going to deal with all that? That's going to be up next for the External Affairs Minister. As for the Finance Minister, let's quickly talk about Nirmala Sitharaman. She's retained her ministry for a second time. Her focus areas in the next few months will be finalizing the 2024-25 budget. That's the big thing we're looking out for next, which is not too far away. Will there be any major changes, especially for the middle class or in terms of spending pattern of the government? Also, as far as maintaining balance between growth momentum and sticky inflation is concerned, that's going to be key. Generation of employment is going to be on the agenda. And lastly, busy legislative agenda with a number of bills in the drafting board. That is also something that's going to be key as far as the Finance Ministry is concerned. Now, quickly moving on to Defence Ministry. A very important portfolio retained by Rajnath Singh. Once again, some of the focus areas are going to be boosting preparedness along LAC in the backdrop of a continuing standoff with China. Review of the Agnipath scheme. Why is this important? Because it's being speculated that this is going to be asked by the allies like JDU. And then comes creation of theatre commands, of course, which has already been on the cards for the Defence Ministry since a while. Let's talk about another important ministry. This is the Agriculture Ministry. It's going to be headed by Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Now, the key focus area will be release of PM Kisan installment. We've seen on the first very day a decision that's been taken in that direction. Review of MSP periodically is also going to be on the agenda. Pro-agricultural sector policies, Remember, in his tenure as the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, the state witnessed a sharp rise in agricultural production. So that's going to hold key for the next 5 years. And there's been a lot of thinking as far as making him in charge of this particular ministry is concerned. So that's what's going to be looked at by some of these top mantris of Modi 3.0. Let's now talk about some of the key portfolios that the allies got. Since the big contention being raised by the opposition is that they haven't been given their due. TDP's Ram Mohan Naidu, remember, gets Civil Aviation Ministry. So that's the first big name. Another young minister in the Modi cabinet. He's taken over from Jyotiraditya Scindia, who's now Telecom Minister. TDP, remember, was given responsibility of civil aviation in Modi 1.0 as well in 2014 before it parted ways in 2018. So that's the first big name. Key ally of the BJP, JDS chief, HD Kumaraswamy gets steel and heavy industries, another very important portfolio. The Mandya winner, who's been made in charge of this ministry. Key JDU ally of the BJP. Let's move on to Lallan Singh. Let's talk about Lallan Singh. Of course, somebody that it was almost a given deal that he's going to be entrusted with an important portfolio. He's been given Panchayati Raj and Fisheries. He's taken over from Giriraj Singh and Parshottam Rupala, and he's going to be in charge of this ministry. So another key ministry going to one of the allies of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let's talk about Jitan Ram Manjhi of the HAM. He's been given the MSME portfolio, micro, small and medium enterprises. And he's going to play a key role as far as this portfolio is concerned. Let's now talk about another interesting name, LJP's Chirag Paswan. He's been handed over the food processing portfolio. Given that he's brought 5 Lok Sabha seats to the table, this is the reward that's been in place for him. And another key ally, Jayant Chaudhary, who's been made in charge, the RLD chief, who's been made in charge of MOS in skill development and education ministries. His party managed 2 wins in Lok Sabha elections, and so he's been made an MOS. And there are others like Shinde Sena as well, who've been given an MOS berth. The party's been given an MOS berth, so on and so forth. It's totaled up to 11 for the BJP allies. These are allies of the Bharatiya Janata Party, part of the NDA, and a total of 11 that's gone in their kitty. But there is an opposition that continues to attack the Bharatiya Janata Party over keeping the big ministries to itself and treating the allies unfairly. What is the opposition saying? Let's quickly break down the 2 versions coming to light as well. The opposition has slammed the Bharatiya Janata Party, says the allies are dissatisfied with the portfolios. That's been said by Sanjay Raut, as opposed to what the NDA continues to maintain, that the opposition has no constructive thought. Their only agenda is to defame the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that's why this kind of a reaction is coming in from the opposition, they say. So Sanjay Raut taking pot shots. He says allies got Jhunjhuna, which translates to toy. They've really not been given any of the important portfolios. BJP hitting back. Shehzad Poonawalla says that it was the INDI bloc which treated its allies unfairly, so they're really not in a position to take these kind of jibes at the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they've been given their due as opposed to what the opposition has been saying. Let's now talk about Abhishek Manu Singhvi, another important voice in the opposition camp. Says the BJP has kept all the top posts. It doesn't want the government to say. He's in a sense trying to claim that this is perhaps a self-goal for the Bharatiya Janata Party, to which TDP minister, now we've been speaking of the portfolio that Ram Mohan Naidu has been entrusted with, which is that of Civil Aviation Ministry. He says he's ready to work in the ministry allotted. So as opposed to what the opposition is maintaining, that there's a lot of unhappiness in the allies of the BJP. Here's the man himself from the TDP who says, we're happy, we're going to work with the Modi government. So that's the kind of reaction coming in, which now brings us to the big question. The BJP has, though, retained big positions, big posts. The opposition has come out to mock today, all through today. We've heard it from the opposition that the allies have been sidelined. Now, the BJP says this is continuity and experience, and that's what's been shown in the kind of pick that the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Prime Minister has made. That, in a sense, seems to have irked the opposition. That's the big question that we're going to take forward with our experts this evening. But let's quickly hear it from both the sides as well.
ये उधार की सत्ता है, नरेंद्र मोदी की सत्ता है, ये उधार की सत्ता है। जब तक नीतीश कुमार और चंद्रा बाबू की मेहरबानी रहेगी तब तक ये सत्ता पे बैठे। ये खुद की सत्ता नहीं बनाई।
The whole idea was to coordinate with the other ministries, have good relations with all of them, and take complete support from the NDA and do best in all departments. So, as a central minister with the civil aviation, I also have the responsibility of being a representative of Andhra Pradesh within the cabinet.
उनका काम ही इस तरह की चीज़ें कहना, उन लोगों का हमेशा कोई कंस्ट्रक्टिव सोच नहीं रही है, हमेशा एक दूसरी सोच के साथ काम किए हैं।
Let's quickly open this up on Plain Speak this evening. We have Vashpreet Kadyal, spokesperson of the Congress, along with Anup Kumar Bugiri, spokesperson of the TDP. Also with us is Professor Sanjay Kumar, cephalogist and co-director of CSDS. But I want to quickly begin my first question with Syed Zafar Islam, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. A good evening to all of you. Mr. Zafar Islam, what would you say today? Because the opposition comes out to now suggest that there are no lessons that have been learned essentially given the mandate 2024. This is not Modi 2.0, this is Modi 3.0, but the mandate that's come in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party has not reflected in the kind of portfolio allocation that's been seen.
I mean, I don't know what exactly they meant. It was NDA 1, NDA 2, NDA 3 under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister. He is the architect of NDA 1, he is the architect of NDA 2, he is the architect of NDA 3, and he is leading from the front with the support, with the confidence, with full flexibility given by the alliance partner. Alliance partner has given unconditional support to him because there are three objectives which every alliance partner wants to pursue, which is the agenda which has been set by the Honorable Prime Minister before the term ends up to Modi 2 or NDA 2. So the 100 days agenda, 125 days agenda have been fixed with the active participation of all the alliance partners and the concerned ministry and the minister who was spearheading the setting up the agenda.
Okay.
So everyone has to discharge their responsibility. They exactly know what needs to be done, what needs to be delivered, because it has been discussed, deliberated with the Honorable Prime Minister who is leading from the front. So if people are saying about the portfolio, I think they need to worry about their own situation and sitting in isolation. That's why they are making this kind of a statement, because alliance partners are happy. They have not asked for any particular ministry. They have not set any condition. It was unconditional support. Prime Minister has chosen for continuity and the skill set available within the NDA team, and he has given the responsibility to each and every individual who can potentially discharge those responsibilities.
Okay.
Some
So
ministries
everybody
have
is
changed
happy
because,
sailing in the
new
same
people have
boat?
been inducted.
Everybody is happy sailing in the same
you
boat,
have
and
any
that's
doubt, I
what's
have none.
irked the opposition, is what you're saying. What they are saying, interestingly, Mr.
See,
Zafar Islam, that
let me tell you.
it's not
Let me tell you
303,
one
it's
thing.
240 this time. So it all comes down to the number. If it's not 303, if it's not 400 par as was claimed by the Prime Minister, then why are we seeing maximum representation from the Bharatiya Janata Party? That's what they're saying, to simply put it.
I think there are some evil eyes eyeing our paradise, but they know for sure whatever agenda they have, they will not succeed.
Okay.
It's a strong government governed by or led by the Honorable Prime Minister with the active support and confidence of all the alliance partners. We want to pursue the agenda which has been decided and announced by the Honorable Prime Minister prior to the election. Today, the time where everybody is expecting for us to introduce those ideas and agenda which has been set earlier.
Okay.
We are not overly concerned what they are speaking. अंगूर तो खट्टे होते ही हैं, So let them speak what they feel.
अंगूर तो खट्टे होते हैं,
It is for them to decide whether.
How will you respond to
it is for
Zafar
them to
Islam?
decide because they are sitting outside.
Well, the first
We
You
are
don't have the
in between,
numbers.
We are driving together.
Let's
we are working
let's
together.
ask
We
the
have one
Congress.
strong family.
Let's ask the Congress, sir. You don't have the numbers. The BJP has the numbers, of course, with the allies, and they're comfortably seated. There are no issues, nothing that needs to be ironed out, and that can be reflected in the picture that's emerging out of Andhra Pradesh as well. All's well, and that's what's irking the opposition.
Well, the double-engine train crashed before reaching the station. The wagons started colliding in among itself. Then the passengers started fighting. Some started pulling the chain of the double-engine train so that it does not reach the station. You see, the JJP left them, the AIADMK left them, the Samta Party left them, the SAD left them, SAD Seyukt left them, and Mr. Modi, since the 4th of June, has not been able to sleep for the simple reason he's aware that Mr. Kumar has changed alliances 6 times. If you can do it 6 times, why not the 7th time? And then Mr. Naidu, back in the day, was an ally of the Bharatiya Janata Party, but he called it quits because they did not give special status to his state. And if they could not do it in 10 years, can they do it in the next coming years? Number 2, one ally also asked for agriculture ministry. Other ally also asked for agriculture ministry. It was so much in demand, but they gave it to one of their own. And then,
But
Not
that
just
seems to have settled with the allies too. Nobody's come out even once to say in public domain that we'd asked for a certain something and we've been given something else. Both for the JDU and the TDP, it's one cabinet berth, one MOS berth, and they're quite happy with it, it seems.
well, when the knives come out, they come out in silence. And they have
Okay.
come out. And very soon you'll see the tug of war that is there between the Bharatiya Janata Party's Kamal is in between. Mr. Naidu is pulling it from the other side, and Mr. Kumar is pulling it from the other side. And Kamal ki pattiyan na jhad jaye is Kamal all concerned about because they are all pulling it. And number 2, the simple fact here is that their allies have already started questioning their schemes. We have seen one ally questioned Agniveer. Is the Bharatiya Janata Party ready to do with Agniveer? Then Uniform Civil Code. Then will you give them special funds, special status? If you start granting special status,
Arshpreet, we can keep talking about the boats, the engine of the train. We can keep talking about the Lotus, but I think it will be fair to go to Mr. Anup Kumar because he's in the best position to speak for the TDP. Let's hear it from him. We've already heard it from our new Civil Aviation Minister. He says, I'm very happy to be working in this ministry and I will continue to put my best front forward. Anup ji, what is it that you make of the overall picture? Because we're seeing tomorrow, it's going to be a grand occasion in Andhra Pradesh. The NDA alliance looks strong. There is also a formula that we seem to come across, which is about 19-20 for the TDP. The Jan Sena will get anywhere between 3 to 4 berths and 2 for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and everything's well in Andhra Pradesh, in the national capital, and that's what the minister is also saying. Mr. Naidu is also saying. Do you think the opposition is right in saying that it's not going to be as beautiful a picture in the long run?
See, first of all, we have given unconditional support for the NDA government and we are very much happy and we are ready to work under the footprints of Mr. Narendra Modi in 3.0 government. That is clear. So it's a daydream of Congress and it's a daydream of India alliance parties stating that this is going to be fall and blah, blah, blah. See here, if you throw some light on the cabinet in 1.0, 2.0, so we strongly believe that it's a continuity and the people like Amit Shah have a hands-on experience on Home Minister and Mr. Rajnath Singh have a hands-on experience on Defense Ministry, Nirmala Sitharaman and Finance Ministry. And simultaneously, if you come to the civil aviation, it's not only the first time that southern states got a civil aviation.
Yes.
From Andhra Pradesh itself. In 77-78, we got Kutta Raghuramaya, he was a cabinet minister in civil aviation. Ashok Gajapati Raju in Modi 1.0 in 2014 to 18, he was a civil aviation minister. Now Rammohan Naidu from Srikakulam now is a civil aviation cabinet minister.
But
Whereas
that said, Anup ji, you're talking about 2014 to 2018, and that's where the opposition criticism is also coming in from. That 2018, TDP was compelled to part ways from the Bharatiya Janata Party and they had a demand in place which remain unfulfilled. What are the odds that that may not reoccur is what the opposition is asking and warning the BJP of.
See, it's not like that. जैसे हमारे बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता बोले थे अंगूर खट्टे होते तो खट्टे बात ही करते. So I absolutely agree with him. See, it is a newborn baby. After bifurcation, Andhra Pradesh is a newborn baby. Still, we are a project running. Bogavaram Airport is running. We have a Vijayawada International Airport. We have a Tirupati International Airport. Once we have a corridor from Vijayawada, we have a corridor from Srikakulam. So we have a lot to develop over there. So obviously, we are very much happy by bucketing a civilization in our pocket. So definitely we'll work together with all the ministers, as Rammohan Naidu said. So it is a very good and friendly government, and we'll show the development for both Andhra Pradesh simultaneously in India.
While it's the job of the opposition, to keep throwing these kind of surprises or rather attacks at the ruling dispensation, Mr. Sanjay Kumar, what do you make of the overall picture coming in? Let's also not forget the kind of expertise that's been put on the table as far as Modi 3.0 Sarkar is concerned. To give it to the opposition, yes, they have the right to do what they're doing, but there are 7 chief ministers who find a place in the cabinet of Modi 3.0, and let's not try to downplay that. The kind of expertise they're going to bring to the table is going to show a difference, don't you think?
Yes, I think as soon as the results were declared, there were a lot of speculation that Modi 3.0 is not going to be like Modi 3.1 and 3.2 because the whole idea was BJP will be under pressure, BJP will be dependent upon the allies, so allies will take plum positions. That was being discussed for the couple of days soon after the election verdict. But I think if you look at the ministry, I think Prime Minister Modi or BJP has given a clear signal that yes, BJP does not have a majority of its own. It's an NDA government, but there is no compromise on the agenda which BJP has been carrying forward for the last 10 years, the agenda of development. No compromise on the key portfolios. So I think a clear message has been sent out by Prime Minister Modi that yes, even though BJP may not have the numbers, but this is not a weak government. BJP is not weak in the cabinet, and Prime Minister Modi will not be ready to be under pulls and pressure, unreasonable pulls and pressure of the allies. So I think a clear signal has been sent out. How it unfolds in the coming months, that we can't say. But at this moment, I think it's a clear signal that no compromise on the developmental agenda which BJP has been carrying forward for the last 10 years.
Okay. All right. Ashpreet, would you want to quickly respond? Because everybody seems quite convinced at the manner in which this entire cabinet, this team stands firm. There is a vision in place. They've already spoken about a 100-day agenda. And also to talk about the larger messaging emerging from this election of mantris. The BJP is trying to today say that, look, we're a politically solid party and our ideological commitment remains intact, given the kind of reputations and the entire aspect of continuity. As far as that goes, we've seen it reflect in the people who find a place in the cabinet.
Well, first things first. I think we need to thank Mr. Nitin Gadkari, Mr. Yogi Adityanath, Mr. Shivraj Chauhan, Vasundhara Raje, Manohar Lal Khattar, because all these people in the Bharatiya Janata Party did not want Mr. Modi to be the PM candidate. There is major infighting that is brewing there. And very soon you will see that the Bharatiya Janata Party's arrogance will be shattered. And second of all...
You're naming some of the current ministers, the new ministers.
Exactly. And I want to ask Mr.
So there is a big internal fight going on, then why have they been re-awarded?
Well, it's not about if anyone should have been re-awarded, it should have been Smriti Irani ji, it should have been Anurag Thakur Sahab. Mr. Islam should tell why have they been removed from the cabinet. They could award Mr. Avneet Bittu, who is a turncoat who has just recently joined their party. Back in the day, he used to criticize the Bharatiya Janata Party left, right and centre. He lost the election. Despite that, he has been made a minister. But Anurag Thakur ji won his seat. Despite that, he has been removed from the ministry. Why did you do that? And Ms. Irani has been removed. Why did you do that? And number 3, the Bharatiya Janata Party has not been able to digest its food because it does not have the majority. And there are many diagrams coming in wherein the BJP is hanging through the cliff. And the only support that it has is of the TDP and of the JDU. And I think this alliance, which is loosely stitched, is bound to collapse, is very soon bound to collapse. And you will see in the coming days. It won't even last for a couple of months. Before only, the Bharatiya Janata Party's non-democratic alliance will come to collapse. And my only concern with the Bharatiya Janata Party is that for the last 10 years, you never said NDA. You never said even BJP Sarkar. You used to say Modi Sarkar. Now that you're having to rely upon your allies, you have learned to respect them. You have learned to give them importance. You have learned to put them on the table because otherwise, Mr. Modi used to be sitting in the middle of the table. Nobody used to sit around him. Everybody used to sit in front of him. Now the picture has changed, and the Bharatiya Janata
Okay,
Party knows
but
that
what
it's not
I
truthful.
began with, though, Ashpreet, is the fact that the opposition came out with a narrative that the BJP is going to be compelled to cede key portfolios. That narrative, remember, stands completely debunked. It stands effectively countered. That's what I began with. But to take your question to Mr. Zafar Islam, you know, the choices that have been made are being questioned. Though we have the Congress spokesperson who comes out to say that this is important so that the allies are also given as much respect and they're trusted as much as far as decision making going forward is concerned. But questions being asked on certain other decisions like dropping Smriti Irani, for example, though she did lose from Amethi, but Anurag Thakur, there are those whose name hasn't featured. I don't know why the Congress is interested in understanding that, but quickly respond to Ashpreet, please.
Infighting.
There's an infighting. He's saying there's an infighting. People in the cabinet, part of the cabinet, are actually against the Prime Minister.
Allow me to speak. एक कहावत है बहुत हिंदी में, बेगानी शादी में अब्दुल्ला दीवाना. Hope he must have heard. I'm sure that everyone has heard here. I think they have no role to play here, and they are unnecessarily overexcited. They have been slapped clearly by all the alliance partners. They were trying their best, trying to offer X, Y, Z, but it's a one family, India family. We have agenda where our focus is nation first policy we are following. We have to prioritize everything which works for our nation, which is good for our nation, which works for which safeguards the interests of the common man on the street. So why their concern is that why families are not been safeguarded, the interests of the family is not been safeguarded. You do that when you get the opportunity. We are happy looking after the interests of the common man. We are happy to prioritize our nation and take care of the nation's requirement as our first priority, and these things may not appeal to them. That's why they are cribbing. They are thinking that they should or our alliance partner should deviate from the main focus and worry about them. But it will not happen. As I said, they are eyeing our paradise. Please do not do that, because you will get nothing out of this.
Okay.
The only thing you will get is a disappointment. You want to remain disappointment. You want to remain disappointed? Please be disappointed, but nothing will happen. Nothing will happen.
Okay, 30 seconds. I'm running out of time. Ashpreet, make it as quick.
Please, my question to the Bharatiya Janata Party is Mr. Modi afraid of the fact that kal Mr. Nitish Kumar might say, "Hum aapke hain kaun," and shift allegiance, because he has done that 6 times before?
Ashpreet, why is the Congress or the Shiv Sena UBT today trying to send feelers to the JDU or the TDP? It's almost as if you're trying to incite those ambitions.
Oh, it's already there. It's very much there. Like I said, I asked him a question, will you reconsider Agniveer's scheme or not? Because his ally has. The Bharatiya Janata Party's ally has questioned it. This was
Don't
there.
worry.
This was already there.
But when is the
Don't
BJP
worry.
stayed firm on
You
the
are
fact
not-
that they're
you are
not
not an
open to
alarm.
reviewing the Agniveer scheme?
what
I don't
of
think the
UCC?
BJP said that, Mr. Zafar Islam.
No, UCC, the Agniveer, they have
No,
all
I'm
been
saying
questioned.
that why
They
he is
should only-
worried.
they
Why
should
is
only
he
talk of
worried?
Mr.
You
Kumar.
worry
अब
about
आपके
yourself,
headphone बहुत
about your
जल्दी
party,
होने वाला
about.
है। ये रिश्ता
अरे
क्या कहलाता है, बहुत जल्दी
8,500
होने वाला है।
8,500 देना शुरू कर.
ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है?
8,500 दीजिए.
Okay,
सभी
let's
महिलाओं के अकाउंट में 8,500.
let's end with the BJP
खटाखट,
national
खटाखट.
spokesperson. It's important to once
खटाखट,
again
खटाखट.
go back to the drawing board and ask that
खटाखट,
one
खट-
question, sir. One question that continues to be
Alliance
asked
NDA
is
टूटेगा, खटाखट.
what has been key in deciding this cabinet? Is it continuity? Because many say it doesn't show change. For example, the finance ministry, there are several challenges, though Nirmala Sitharaman in her first tenure as the finance minister, did an exceptional job, especially given, a pandemic that hit the entire world. There were geopolitical tensions, but there are sore issues that are going to be needed a strong addressal this time around. And then, of course, there's, a lot of tension between certain states and the center with regards to how resources are being dispatched. So those are questions that continue to be asked as well. Repetitions, in that sense, are something that one sees as a launchpad of raising those questions. Mr. Zafar Islam, to quickly end with you, 30 seconds.
See, there are two things which I would say. That first of all the opposition parties, they are thinking that they will get support from alliance partner, or they are trying to. But they don't understand that there is one family which actually working on a very dedicated agenda which has been finalized in consultation with these alliance partner. So we are not overly concerned what they think, what they don't think. For us, they are irrelevant. For us, people are important. They need to distribute 8,500 to every individual they have committed. I think they should focus on that, because people didn't buy their argument. People didn't support them. We are a family. We are working together. It's a coalition government. We understand the coalition politics. We respect the coalition and
A family never has to say that we are a family.
We respect
A
our
family
alliance
never
partners.
has to say so many
Okay,
times that we are a
so
family.
disaster response
your
mechanism
family,
will be
you draw
thrusted
strength
upon
from
when
10
the
Janpath.
storm
You
comes
draw
knocking.
strength
That's
from
what
10
Mr.
Janpath.
Zafar
We do not
Islam
draw
is saying
strength
right now.
from-
There's no need to panic, Ashpreet. For the Congress party or the Sena UBT, everybody is intact. Everybody is
BJP is
happy.
panicking.
It's a happy family picture that's coming out time and again. So let's wait and watch whether or not there are any changes to that family portrait. Ashpreet, Mr. Syed Zafar Islam, Anoop, and thank you, Sanjay Kumar, for joining us this evening.